Hello everybody and welcome to this very special episode of Draw with Rob. With me, Rob Biddulph. Now then guys, I'm a children's author and illustrator. Maybe you've seen some of my picture books. You've seen this one. It's called Blown Away. It's all about a penguin who goes out flying a kite on a very windy day and ends up getting blown away. Or maybe you've seen my sausage dog book. It's called Odd Dog Out, and it's all about this sausage dog here who doesn't fit in with the other sausage dog. So she has to learn that it's actually fine to not follow the crowd, and she has to blaze her own trail elsewhere. But it's a fun story, that one. Maybe you've read my chapter book series, the Peanut Jones series, which is about this girl here who finds a magic pencil. Whatever she draws with that pencil, it becomes real. So if she draws an apple, she can pick up that drawing of an apple and eat it. And one day she draws a door, and of course the door becomes real. So she opens the door, walks through, and she finds herself in a totally illustrated city and has all sorts of adventures. And as you can see, there are lots of illustrations in this book. I'm very proud of it. But we are here today, as per usual, to do a bit of drawing together. But do you remember at the top of this episode, I said it was a very special episode? And that's because this one is brought to you in conjunction with my friends at Tesco Mobile and Internet Matters. Why am I bringing you this episode alongside these guys? Well, it's because they are running an amazing competition through which you could win prizes for your school. And this competition is all about how important it is for you to stay safe and act smart when you're online. Okay, now this is something that's very close to my heart. I have 3 daughters, and when they were a little bit younger, I really worried about them being online. So I'm very excited to be here to help you think about what you need to do to stay safe online. And the competition is really cool. The reason they've asked me to do it is because it's a drawing competition, okay? We are going to create our very own online safety champion characters. Okay, that's what you have to do to enter the competition. Now, there's some on the website already, some example ones. I'm going to show you them now. So first of all, we have Anthony here. Now, Anthony is age 13. His online safety issues are privacy. He's worried about being hacked and talking to strangers. So how has he stayed safe? Well, he keeps his profiles private, he keeps a strong password, and he only shares photos with his friends. Very good, Anthony. Quite right too. Next we have Nia. She's only 9 and her online safety issues are bullying and cyberbullying. She likes gaming and she's worried about online behaviour. So how she stays safe? Well, she uses safety features like blocking and reporting and message limits, and that helps to keep her online space positive. And finally we have Rory, who is 11. Online safety issues, AI, online information research, and thinking critically. How they stay safe? Well, they use AI to research, not replace their work. So they don't just use ChatGPT to do all their homework. They actually use it to help them research, but actually do the thinking themselves. Talks with their teacher and also asks for support. Very smart. Right, so as I said, it's a drawing competition. We are going to do a drawing together. Shall I tell you what the prize is? So I said you could win prizes for you and your school. Well, the competition is so cool because you could win your school, courtesy of Tesco Mobile, up to £7,500. I know, right? I know. And that includes a £500 Tesco gift card as well. And now this is the bit that I think is the most exciting. You can win a drawing lesson in person from me. Yes, I will come to your school and we will do an in-person live episode of Draw with Rob together in your assembly hall at your school. That is cool, isn't it? So that is a prize worth winning, I would say. So why don't you get you and all of your classmates involved? And in the process, we can do a bit of fun drawing too and learn all about online safety. The winning character also will feature in the Digital Matters platform, like Anthony, Nia and Rory that I just showed you. So you'll be helping other children stay safe online, which is pretty great, isn't it? And I'm going to be helping in the judging, guys. So you're going to have someone who you know on the judging panel. Right. So what do we mean by an online safety champion? And what should we think about when we're drawing this character? Well, I think, you know, similarly to how you think about you drawing a character in a story, really, that's how we need to think about it. You know, who is your character? What do they like? What might their online safety issues be? How are they going to champion safe actions online? But maybe what we should do first of all is start to draw our character. I'm going to show you how to draw the sort of the face, the basic face of our character, and then you can start to add details like hairstyle and eye colour and all that sort of thing. Maybe your character's going to look like you, I don't know, maybe you'll look like somebody else, but I'm going to show you how to draw a basic face. We're going to do it in a kind of manga style, so it's going to be super fun. On the website, which I'll put up now on the screen, they also have like a template that can help you, so you can print it out and you can do your drawing on the template. But I think it's more fun to kind of do it from scratch, step by step draw with Rob style. So, just in case you've never watched one of my videos before, I'll explain how they work. Lots of people say to me they don't think they're very good at drawing, right? I say nonsense, everybody can draw. There's no right or wrong answer with drawing, right? It's not like maths. Who's to say what's good and what's bad? It's all about taste, right? So I think everybody can draw. Some people need a bit of help with the order that we do the drawing in. I will grant you that. But that's where I come in, because we're going to break this drawing down into little kind of bite-sized pieces. So that means I might draw a line here, a little shape there, and then I will stop, or you can pause the video, and you're going to copy what I do. Then start me up again. I'll draw a little bit more. Pause me. You draw. I draw. You draw. I draw, you draw. I draw, you draw. I draw, you draw. And pretty soon, you're going to have a really cool kind of templated face for your online safety champion, right? So get yourself a piece of paper. Maybe you're doing this in your class. That would be cool. I'd like to think that your whole class are doing this together. That would be nice to think about. Get yourself a piece of paper, get yourself a pen or a pencil. You might want something to colour with a bit later, but if you haven't got any colours, just use your pencil to do some shading. That's what I do. And let's start drawing, shall we? Let's just get going. Right, so we're going to draw like a head and shoulders shot of this character, okay? And that's what you're going to design. So a bit like the pictures you saw earlier of Anthony, Nia and Rory, we're just going to do head and shoulders. So we are going to start by drawing the basic shape of our character's face. So what I want you to do, slightly sort of halfway up your page, but over to the right a little bit, I want you to draw a line, small line like that. It's not quite straight, it's not quite vertical, it's slightly at an angle. Okay? Then we're going to turn around at more of an angle and head towards the middle of our page, like that. Then we're going to do a little tiny turn, but we're going to do it nice and smoothly in a curve. And then we're going to sort of try and mirror image what we did there. So we're going to go up that way, we're going to curve around, and we're going to head up, like so. So this is the sort of the chin area of our character. Okay, I'm going to go a little bit higher up on both sides. I like that. And now we're going to add some ears. So I want you to add like a narrow oval shape off to the side, like so. And let's do one on the other side too. So like a narrow oval, like that. Now this style that we're drawing in today is different to my usual style of character. It's much more cartoony usually. This is still cartoony, but it's a bit more manga-y. And hopefully you'll see what I mean in a second. I mean, usually when I do ears, I do little swirly whirly bits for the inside bit of the ears. But today we're going to do something a bit different. I want you to draw like a lightning bolt shape. So we're going to go up, we're going to go left, and then we're going to go up again. Like that. Remember, this is pretty symmetrical, so let's do the same on the other side, but a mirror image. So we're going to go up, we're going to go right, and we're going to go up again. Like so. Then what I want you to do is just a curved line coming down, like that. So not quite at the end of your lightning bolt, it's going to come down just a little bit like that. And that is how we do the inside detail of the ears of this character here. Okay. Next, let's do a nose. So we're going to go across from the bottom, sort of, if you go across where the bottom of your ears are and go slightly down from that, I want you to draw a little line at an angle, like so, about 45-degree angle. And then we're going to turn around and we're just going to head up our page like that, just a little bit. So a little sort of pointy nose shape. And then manga style drawing is very, very sort of minimal. They're very efficient. They don't do too many marks. So we're just going to do a little sort of mark like that to the left, which kind of suggests a little nostril. But there's not much detail involved at all. And similarly, the mouth, we're just going to draw, down here, we're just going to draw like a little mouth with a slight smile, I think, like so. Mine's going up a little bit on the left-hand side. And then underneath that, we're just going to draw a small line, like that. So can you see, just by doing a few lines, we've done a pretty good job of creating a nose, a mouth, a chin or a jawline, and some ears. Okay, now when we think of manga characters, it's often the eyes that we think about first. They're sort of the most important part. So we're going to do some nice big manga eyes. So just over here, just below the top of the ears, in terms of horizontal level, I want you to draw a curved line, like so. It looks a bit like an eyebrow, but actually it's going to be the top part of our eye. And then underneath it, quite a long way underneath it, we're going to draw a smaller curved line, like that. Then going in between these lines, I want you to draw a sort of vertical curved line. So bending out to the right, and then we're going to do an opposite of that on the other side, so bending out to the left, but going up. Now eye is really starting to appear. Next, I want you just to add a little pointy bit at the top, like so. And then inside this shape, we're going to draw quite a big circle, like that. And what we will do like another circle inside that circle, top right hand area, and then we'll do a tiny one in the bottom left, like that. And then we're just colouring around them. And that's how we get that classic manga eye look. Then what I want you to do, we're going to do a line that goes through the pupil like that, and we're just going to colour in above that, like so. That's pretty good. I'm pretty pleased with that. Now we're going to do exactly the same on the other side, but a mirror image. So the first thing I want you to do you remember what we did first? We did that top curved line that goes across like so. And as you're drawing this, keep looking back at the other eye you did so you can get them roughly the same size. The next thing we did was the bottom line, like that. Then we did the two curved lines going up, remember? On each side. Again, remember, try to make it the same size, as close to as you can. Then we do, what do we do next? I think I might have done this bit next, I might have done the little kind of pointy bit at the end. Then we drew the pupil inside, so we did a circle inside, like so. And then we're not going to do this bit mirror image, because the reflection would actually be exactly the same. So we do the two circles and colour in around them. We do the line going through the pupil, and we colour in above it, like so. Now we're going to add, that's pretty good, nice manga-y face. We are going to add a bit more detail to the eyes, just not much, just a couple of little lines here and there. And the whites of the eyes we're going to show when we do the colouring in or the shading in. We're going to leave the whites of the eyes white, but I don't want the whites of the eyes white, but I don't want to draw the outline because, as I said, manga style is quite kind of minimal, really. So I don't want to add too much detail at this stage. Okay, but what we will add is eyebrows. So above here, we're going to add just nice arched eyebrows, like so. I'm using my nice brush pen, so it's easy for me to do the eyebrows. Now then, this character could be a boy, could be a girl. It's totally up to you. And in fact, what I'm going to do, I'm going to stop here, the draw along part, because as I said, I just wanted to show you how to draw the basic template of a face. Now, when it comes to colouring in, this is when you're going to start adding kind of idiosyncrasies, individuality to your character. So you might decide that your online safety champion has got blue eyes, they've got brown eyes, they've got light skin, they've got dark skin. The hairstyle is very important for your character, I would imagine. But also, I'll tell you what we will do. Let's do the neck and the shoulders. We'll just do a rough shape now. What I want you to do, just 2 lines coming down from here for a little neck. And we're just going to do the shoulders sloping down this way and off the bottom of our page, like that. So very, very simple. But there's enough there for you to add the top of an outfit or a t-shirt or a shirt or whatever it is you want your character to be wearing. You can add that in as well. But we are all going to start at this same point here, and then everyone's going to go off and do totally different things with their drawing. Some of you might have long hair or pigtails or curly hair or straight hair, or maybe they're wearing a hat. Whatever, it's totally up to you what you do, okay? I tell you what I would do though if I were you. At this point, I would think about some more information about your character, because that might help you decide what little details you want to add. So, I don't know, what's your character's name? Where do you want your character to live? Do they live in your hometown, or are they from somewhere completely different? I need to think about mine, don't I? Well, I think mine is going to be a boy, and he's going to be called Deck. I'll tell you why. I think mine's going to be quite a sporty type of character, right? And my favourite football team is Arsenal. Don't boo. And my favourite player is Declan Rice, so I'm going to call my character Deck. But he's not going to be from London like the real Declan Rice. He's going to be from... where should we have him from? He's going to be from Edinburgh. I don't know why. I like Edinburgh. I go up to Edinburgh Festival a lot to perform, so I like Edinburgh. So my character Deck is going to be from Edinburgh. So I want you to think about what your character's called, where they're from. That's just going to help you get to know your character before you draw the rest of them. Also think about what your character might like doing. Are they into sports? Are they into music? Are they into gaming? Are they into art and drawing like me? And also just think about how they might use the internet as part of what they are into. So do they talk to their friends online as they're playing games? Do they follow their favourite football teams or players or musicians online? So yeah, I want you to think about that. Again, that will help you when it comes to deciding the other details about your online safety champion character. Maybe your character is a bit like you, as I said earlier. Maybe you're going to draw a self-portrait here. Do they look a lot like you? Are they fun? Are they quiet? Are they a bit silly? What do they like wearing? Does what they're wearing reflect the things they like? You know, maybe because my character Deck, he's into... I think my character's going to be... my character's going to be into football. But he's also going to be into gaming, so maybe my character will wear a tracksuit. Maybe I'll draw my character wearing a tracksuit top or something like that. So yeah, I want you to think about that. But it's enough talking from me. I'm going to now go into super speed mode to draw the rest of my character. So I'm going to draw the hair, I'm going to do some colouring in and add a top and stuff like that. And then I'll come back to you and we'll have a chat and we'll see where we're at. So, as I said, I'm going into super speed mode, so I'll see you back here in about 20 seconds with a fully coloured in Deck. Alright, you ready? 3, 2, 1, let's go. Okay, so there is my drawing of my online safety champion character, whose name, as I said, is Deck. So hopefully your character, you've decided what your character is, what he or she is going to look like, and you've done all the colouring and you've done the hair and you've done the little bit of the outfit and that kind of thing. So now that you know what they look like and maybe who they are, we need to put our focus on how they're going to be an online safety champion. Right now, the internet is an amazing thing, right? I know how amazing it is. That's, you know, after all, you are watching this video probably on the internet, right? So that's how I get my videos to you guys via the internet, right? And I use the internet all the time in my work. I keep in touch with my friends and my family via the internet too. And so it's a great thing. But there are also lots of things you need to know to help you to make smart choices and to keep you safe. So for example, my character Deck here is really, really into football, and he really loves gaming online. He likes playing FIFA and stuff online with his friends, but sometimes he struggles to juggle his screen time with the time that he needs to spend doing his homework and, you know, hanging out with his family and taking his dog for a walk and that kind of thing. So what Deck here does is he sets timers to manage his time, and also, so you know, he'll set a timer saying, right, I can play my online football game for an hour now, but that's it. And so he sets a timer to help him do that. And also when he goes to bed, he leaves his devices in the kitchen. Okay, so he doesn't take any of his devices, his phone, his laptop, anything like that. He doesn't take them to bed with him. So that ensures that Deck here gets a good night's sleep. And that is why Deck is an online safety champion. So what about your character? What are they into? Why are they a champion? You need to think about that, don't you, before you enter the competition. Oh, I nearly forgot the most important thing, possibly the most important thing of all. Once you've drawn your character, you need to sign it, don't you? You need to let everybody know who has created this wonderful work of art. So there we go, signed my drawing. But yes, now you have to see if you can get your drawing entered into the competition. So why don't you get talking to your teacher so that your school can take part in the competition? It's teachers that have to enter these drawings into the competition. Maybe they could enter the whole class. If you search for Online Safety Champion and Internet Matters, you can find out much more about it, and I'll also put a link in the notes for this video too, so you can click straight onto it. But then you can get your teacher to enter the competition, and they enter the competition on you and your classmates' behalf, and all of the entries, they have to be in by the 20th of June 2025. So if you're watching after that, you know what? It's a good video anyway. You get to see how to draw a little manga character like this, but you can't enter the competition if you're watching after the 20th of June 2025. Now don't forget, I am one of the judges in this competition, so I can't wait to see what your online safety champions look like. I'm super excited about it. And don't forget about that prize, right? Up to £7,500, including £500 of Tesco gift cards. Plus, and this is the best bit, let's be honest, you're going to get a visit and a live drawing lesson in your school. In your school hall, I'm going to come in and we're going to do some live draw with Rob together. So that is a prize worth winning, isn't it? So listen everyone, get your teachers involved. If you're a teacher, you can tell your class about this video and you can get them all to draw their online safety champions and enter the competition. Otherwise, if you're a child and you've done the video, get your teacher involved and get them to enter the competition. Whatever happens, I hope you've had a good time drawing along with me today. I'm going to be back very soon with another episode of Draw with Rob. In the meantime, everybody, take care of yourselves, keep on drawing, keep on reading, stay safe online and make smart decisions. I will see you again very soon. Bye everyone.